he wants to buy a big ass house, let him buy a big ass house.
Yeah, let me guess. I'm exactly like Jeff Bezos. If Jeff Bezos also lives in a society,
So
what
he
does
can
that
do it.
make
That's
it?
fine.
All the shit.
But I think it's a little funny when a guy spends his whole life shitting on somebody like Bezos and then signs an exclusive contract with Bezos so that he can make millions of dollars to go and buy $1 million mansions. That's funny to me.
Yeah, no, it's socialism is when poor. We've gone over this.
Also, the thing is, there's a discussion to be had about it. Maybe. Who cares really that much? But there are so many bad arguments that are thrown out on all sides of it. Like, one is that, like, it's LA, dude. $3 million is an average house. Shut the fuck up, okay? His house isn't even that big. It was like 4,000 square feet.
It's not. It's 3,800 square feet, and it is big. It's the biggest house I have, I guess, been inside of. Wait, didn't someone say he defended
The lot
me?
is like 6,000. It's a decent sized house, okay? He has to have a place to put his mom. Bro, she has to live in West Hollywood. My mom literally said...
This is what I find remarkably strange, because it's like, no, my mom doesn't have to live in West Hollywood. I want to live in West Hollywood. And I personally don't understand why, like, this random fucking basement dwelling weirdo has any say on the matter, any more than, like, dumbasses on the fucking internet. Like, yeah, I'm going to live where I want to fucking live, dude. Like, I'm not going to move to fucking Omaha, Nebraska, dude. Hey, jealousy's a disease, love. Okay, get well soon. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say.
Honey, if we don't live in West Hollywood, I'm gonna fucking hate you. There's so many dog shit arguments being thrown out. I don't really care that much about it.
Yeah, certainly. I'm sure he doesn't care that much about it. Let's take a look at something here, okay? Let's see. He doesn't care that much about it, right? I mean, I'm sure. How many of the fucking Destiny subreddit posts are just about me, dude? Let's take a look. Big oofs on LSF today.
As flex.
Top 10 things that did not age well. That's a post of me. Okay, I'm clicking on all of these. Okay. Let's look. Top 10 things that did not age well. Big oofs on LSF. Guys, you bought the cheapest. POV, you're moving to the poor parts of Beverly Hills. Shit post Pepe laugh. Okay, that's just Destiny on meth. No, bro, she has changed. While Destiny's on meth, Vosh has been taking roids. Melina, sorry. My face when I shit on rich people's houses all day and then buy one, so I need to reprogram my audience. Sweatstiny. Hasanabi reacts to envy. Destiny is wrong. Hasan has never exploited a worker in his life. John sees the light. Or the Twitter. You'll watch the pool. I'll watch the skies. It's getting crazy out here. Mike veers when Hasan's stream starts. He's like, literally all of the fucking posts. All of the pros. Yeah, I saw them. I clicked on them. I saw them. Where else can I get the dumbass fucking arguments, dude? That people fucking, that people get. I mean, change it to Hasan fucking _ Piker at this point, dude. There's more Hasan content in his own fucking subreddit than anything else.
Chat, how do I delete history?
I didn't realize, dude, even my own fucking subreddits don't talk about me that much.
I do think it's kind of funny that,
Yeah, he just thinks it's kind of funny. He certainly doesn't care about it. Because he has no content but shitting on you? God damn, dude.
I think all the cope.
I just shouldn't have fucking bought a house. Me and my mom and my whole family could just live rent-free inside of Destiny's mind. Because apparently we have a lot of space in there, okay? That's free real estate. Cold take is a spicier one to get the stream roll in. What is this philosophy tube not paying her rent? What? How does he think and speak so fast without getting lost? Is something we can improve? Wait, what? Talks about these subjects almost every day of his life. Oh my God. You are exploiting AWS IT workers, by the way, if you didn't know. Yeah, the fucking arguments are like literally the dumbest. These are Sargon of Akkad level arguments. It's so sad what just undying and blinding hatred towards like an ideology or a person will do to an entire fucking community of supposed like debate lords who love arriving at the truth. It's really good. Thank you, P-Blows, for the 100 gifted subs. Fuck. Wow, beautifully put. You don't understand, man. We're going to support our revolutionary. He deserves it. 50 more gifted subs for the revolution. Yeah, like nobody's fucking giving me subs for the revolution, you fucking dumbasses. No one's doing that. So you're just making up a guy. I love making up a guy because that guy does not exist, so that, you know, I can make up a guy and get mad at that guy so I can have an argument. I love that. Some of the spicy fucking takes I've seen are, like Hasan shouldn't fucking work with Amazon. Like, you know, it's fine if you are working at the Amazon distribution facility, okay? Because you need it to survive. But like Hasan shouldn't have contracts with Amazon. Hasan should not be getting into a contract with Amazon. Like that's the take. It's so fucking stupid that I don't know how to respond to it. It's like straw man fallacy. What do you mean? He literally has said that. I saw the video. Motherfucker, Microsoft has contracts with Amazon. Like there is no escaping Amazon. Okay? He gets so mad apparently. I mean, look, if he wants more viewership, like here, I'll give it to him a little bit. You know what I mean? I'll give him a little bit of a fucking boost there so he can finally have some fucking content. But it's wild, dude. It's insane. It's like,
thank Bezos.
Don't work with Amazon, dude. Okay, fuck it. Yeah. It unironically goes back to that same argument. It was just like, oh, if you're advocating for better conditions for workers, one, you are, of course, not allowed to have, you're not allowed to generate income for yourself beyond what I arbitrarily have assumed is appropriate for you. So that's number one. Okay? That's the most important argument here is that, like, I'm a random guy in a fucking dark basement on the internet, and I have assigned an arbitrary number that is acceptable for you to fucking have. Okay?
Hassle.
That's it. You can't go above that number. And two, you can only complain about the current circumstances that people exist under if you yourself are suffering under those conditions. Anything outside of that, no, it's unacceptable. Why? Why is that unacceptable? It's the dumbest fucking take on the planet. It is so fucking stupid. This guy wishing you will die, crazy internet people. God, I can't wait for this dipshit to join his dog on DGG. What did he say? God, I can't wait for this dipshit to join his dog, Omega Lol. Because your sub is dead, you retard, Omega Lol. Does that mean Hasan reacted on stream already? Pepe laugh? Where's the clips of people reacting to Destiny's last stream, Abathur? Man, that's good stuff, dude. Nice fucking community, dude. Holy shit. Anyway. Good guy, I guess. Nice guy. Very normal to, you know, want someone to fucking die because, you know, they're doing all right. They're doing good. Anyway. Exploiting workers is referencing the exploiting your own workers to generate profit for you while they receive crumbs law. It doesn't mean using things that are created through exploitation. What is this?
Really good. I just think it's funny. But I see so many dog shit arguments. The argument that would be used is that Hasan doesn't exploit workers like Bezos does. Of course he exploits workers. What are you talking about? Who do you think runs the servers that he fucking advertised on? Who?
Yeah. This is why people say there is no ethical consumption under capitalism. So the argument then completely fucking falls apart. And it is literally no different than what a dumbass right-winger would say. It's just being said by someone who is supposedly on the left or a neoliberal, and also being put eloquently. I'll admit, like, he is rhetorically gifted. He can very confidently speak on matters, which certainly appeal to a lot of people on the internet. I am a dumb himbo. I am not very good at rhetoric. I say like a lot. I say a lot. I can't speak super fast. That doesn't appeal to a very specific type of, online debate wanter, an online debate watcher who comes in for the blood sport. So this notion that it is exploitation when you're working with Amazon, where there are exploited workers down the line that you are taking advantage of. Yes, of course this is true. I wear t-shirts that are made by fucking child slave labor in Indonesian factories, okay? Ethical consumption is functionally impossible. It's completely impossible under a capitalist organization of the economy. I have an iPhone. I have an iPhone. This iPhone has conflict minerals in it for it to fucking work. Minerals that have been extracted from the ground, that were extracted under horrifying conditions. Okay? It's baked into every part of our system. So admitting that, talking about it, and trying to change it, and the first step of that change starts with awareness, does not mean you can't use it. Because why would I
25 months
handicap myself on purpose
this community grow
for this insane, inescapable reality that exploitation is baked into every part of our fucking lives? This is no different than, lol, you say you're a socialist, and yet you have an iPhone. I'm sorry. I know it sounds like it's more intellectual, but it is in the very essence of pseudo-intellectual garbage. And it only works if you already have a preconceived bias towards the left, which you very well may have. It's kind of what I'm here for, so you can perhaps escape that.
Who do you think is employed by Twitch to, like, make sure that all the shit is working at the company? Like, who do you, like, of course you are, unless you literally are fucking, like, if you go outside and you're literally growing fucking, like, crops on your own and then selling that shit, then maybe you're not exploiting workers. But you're using a massive infrastructure that's set up by a whole bunch of other people. Like, that idea of, like, well, I don't exploit workers, the funniest thing about that idea...
And I'm sure he'll, like, fucking tie this back to editor shit that his community fucking completely fucking made up too.
Exploiting workers that is exactly the same argument libertarians make when they say they don't want to pay taxes.
Oh, surprising that he didn't go there.
Really,
even though, like, one of my editors is a DGG Frog originally, and like, literally they'll downvote him in the subreddit because they keep like lying about him, and he'd be like, "You guys are fucking assholes, stop lying," and they'll downvote him in the subreddit. Like, I've seen him. So once again,
whole bunch of other people, like, that idea.
He's not wrong. Of course, exploitation is baked into every part of the system. Recognizing that, talking about it, trying to change it is what you can do. Damn, there are so many convenient excuses for champagne socials to be completely immune to any and all criticism from hypocrisy. Or maybe there is no hypocrisy and you're upset that there is no hypocrisy there. Like, it's impossible to escape. You know what I mean? This is the funniest thing when people are like, wow, that's a convenient argument. It's like, yeah, it is. Because it's the fucking truth. It's only inconvenient to you because you don't want it to be a legitimate argument. That's the point. I know you're used to it by now, but how do you deal with this kind of thing? Like, does it ever get to a point where you're like, fuck this, I don't want to do it anymore? Sometimes. It's just like, it's just really bad arguments ultimately, which is fine. I mean, I don't really care as long as, you know, he's comfortable just like spreading the dumbest bottom of the barrel fucking arguments to his audience. Using Twitch involves using the functionality of the site. Streamers using Twitch is within the design of the site, the same way viewing Twitch is. This is a bizarre take. Your logic extends to anyone using Twitch being exploitative, even the viewers. 13-year-old XQ watchers are exploiting viewers. The horror. Dog shit take. Here's him signaling in chat how he doesn't understand SSS Sniper Wolf's unimaginable wealth while she's doing a tour of her house. Hasan's house is 25% smaller and cost the same amount. Wait, this guy literally got the fucking square footage of SSS Sniper Wolf's unimaginable wealth. She's insanely wealthy. She's one of the biggest fucking YouTubers on the planet. I love that these people have literally zero concept of how to fucking purchase a house, what it takes to purchase a house, what location means for a house. She lives in the fucking middle of a goddamn desert in a massive compound. One of the biggest fucking YouTubers, and like that's the same. We make the same amount of money. Okay, you got me, dude. Thanks. She's literally the biggest fucking female YouTuber. And how is he not profiting of the labor? People who clearly don't know the first thing about socialism, trying to gotcha socials over some nonsensical misinterpretation of exploitation and bougie lifestyle is so pathetic. You're just making it obvious you have no idea what you're talking about. Socialism has fuck all to do with one individual person's lifestyle. It's not and never was about rich or poor, good or bad, nor living some kind of aesthetic lifestyle. It's a cold and dispassionate analysis of an economic organization of production that distributes resources unevenly. Holy shit, this dude is fucking great. He's right. Based on conflicts of interest between those who own and those who operate the means of production, among other things that also fall in the category of private property of the landlords. How the fuck does enjoying nice things negate that? No wonder socialism is so stigmatized. If you fucking idiots think it necessitates living like a college student or a caveman, that's exactly what socialists are trying to prevent, because that's how way too many people live now. That's great. Holy shit. He fucking popped off. For some reason, someone's signing an exclusive contract with Jeff Bezos, who then makes enough money on his own contract to buy a $3 million house and afford a $900 stakes, and then go and say kill the rich and complain. Kill the rich. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, totally. And then complain about it. Dude, that's the other part about this. It's like, these guys are like, they're cancer. Like, they just literally make shit up. And then other dumbasses who are on that fucking subreddit click on this and go, what? He's doing all this? That's fucking nuts. No one's going to come to my stream and be like, I wonder if this is what this guy is about. You know what I mean? Let me go click. No, you just read that. And now there's like 1,000 people who are like, yeah, this guy literally is doing all that. And also this argument seems to be very, this argument seems to be crazy. So Reddit seems to be obsessed with that $900. The stake was a total of $900. Also, Twitch employees are paid very well. It doesn't matter if they're paid very well. Like, it doesn't matter. I mean, they're, you know, it's not, there's still exploitation baked into every fucking facet of our lives, okay? Every part of production, commodity production, has inherent exploitation built into it. So anyone who uploads videos, files to digital cloud are exploiting the IT guys. What do you call it when someone makes massive amounts of money using others' labor without others getting a proper cut of that profit? I don't even know how I just did this. Oh, here it is. Why the fuck do people care so much if you bought a fucking house, calm down, other humans that do the same thing? Yeah, it's incredibly fucking dumb. It is incredibly dumb.
Someone just typed rhetorically weaker. And I think they're referencing when I played with Lud and Hasan. And me and Lud just instantly, I killed someone right next to Lud and I was like, it's Lud, it's Lud. It has to be Lud. And then Lud was like, it's Clint, it's Clint. I saw Clint do it, it has to be Clint.
Oh.
So, you know, it's one of those 50-50s. And then Hasan was like, well, Clint is a weaker player and stupider than Ludwig, so I think we should vote Lud out because I think Lud is trying to take advantage of Clint's inferior intellect.
That's not what I said.
And I'm just sitting here like...
That's not what I said. I just said he's rhetorically weaker than Lud, and therefore Lud is trying to overpower him. Clint is one of those people who I think is dope that I have no I have no contact with. I would like to, it'd be cool, but I don't know him at all. We've never hung out. But I still think he's very cool. Read my essay too for weird. Holy fuck, dude. Look at this essay. Look at this essay. Bro, are you crazy? You think I'm gonna read all this? Are you fucking insane?
Hasan, your head looks huge today, King.
That's nuts. Anyway, ultimately these arguments are really fucking bad. Like, they're really, really bad, which is surprising because it's coming out of a community that is that, you know, revels in intellectual conquest, I thought. So
14 months and
so that's kind of weird. But hey, it gets people going, you know? But
3 months, baby ye.
so that's like the Jeff Bezos argument is like laughably stupid. And I talk about a bunch of different things, right? I talk about a bunch of different things that don't personally impact me, that I think are good to advocate for and champion for.
5 months and I'm still a champagne socialist.
Homelessness is one of those, certainly. One of those problems, certainly. I have, and I don't like fucking talking about this, but like this community has helped a lot of fundraising initiatives to combat homelessness. I have personally donated a bunch of money to those very same mutual aid organizations, specifically in Baltimore too. And outside of that, though, like me buying a house is not, you know, adding additional burdens to the homelessness crisis. And not only that, but I would only be a hypocrite if I were to advocate against the decommodification of housing. But I still advocate for the decommodification of housing. I do not care if the price of my house is lower as a consequence of having publicly funded housing down the neighborhood, down the fucking street. I don't care. I believe that shelter is a human right. Okay? Fake poor, but I'm not. But I have never faked being poor. Like I have my subscription count in the top for that very same reason, so that people know. Why not put your money in a co-op unironically is a really great question. And I don't understand it at all. Because like, what is this? Like socialism is when I fund other co-ops or something? Like I've seen this take swirling around in the DGG circles too, which is like, why don't you fucking, you know, start a co-op? Yeah, let me just stop streaming. Like, it feels like all of the arguments revolve around just stop streaming and do something else. You know what I mean? Just like, please, because you streaming on the platform makes me feel bad. So I want you to stop streaming and do something else so I don't have to think about it. And I'm not going to do that. So, you know, I am an entertainer. Okay. I have a anti-capitalist perspective.
Unironically, you just need better PR. Lol.
And
for over a
that's
year
what
of
I do.
Starbucks
You can like that content. And if you like that content and you want to fund that content, you can subscribe.
Hasan
You don't
more
have
like
to.
Peason.
I like how Hasan is slowly moving away from socialism. You have to be completely fucking brain dead if you think anything I'm saying is different than any of the values that I have presented to you since I literally left TYT or even before TYT. There is no moving away from socialism. Socialism is not when you like fund other people's fucking co-ops or just stop doing what you're doing and then start a co-op instead. And it's really dumb. Yeah, dude. Let me just like, I don't know. Let me go invest in Ocean Spray. Anti-capitalists don't tell people to vote for Biden. Okay. Well, all right. Well, there are leftists in here who also don't believe I'm a real leftist. So, but they're still here and they're still supporting like a bunch of dumbasses for 10 months. Anyway. But Hasan's lack of PR also benefits him. It's a very weird take. Anyway, wait. The polling's way off simply because Trump, if you had two pretty normal candidates, polling would be more accurate. Will you take a break from politics after this? Seems taxing. Like, how does that guy go from that to, I like how Hasan is slowly moving away from capitalism. Is it just me? Self-driving cars are much further away than Tesla. I mean, the way you say you hate capitalism, but your decision in life make you seem either hypocritical or apathetic. Can't you see that? No, I don't think so. There's a fuck ton of housing co-ops in LA. You don't need to do anything but buy shares. Only Islam should tell people what to wear. You're using right-wing talking points to defend your... Oh, he's baiting. Oh, come on, dude. Please stop.
Absolute nerds, dude. Congrats on your new home.
All of these arguments are always reduced back to like hyper-individualistic focus. It's like socialism is when, you know, you donate 90% of your wealth or some shit. It's like as though that is going to solve any fucking problems. You talk shit on $2K watches but spend $3 million on a house? Yes, you're right. I should instead buy a $2,000 watch which I can live in when I have a fucking phone that already has the time on it. You're certainly correct. You are leaving cheaper house for less wealthy. That's pretty good. No, that's idiotic. That's my decision to buy a home is not like fucking contributing in any capacity to homelessness or anything like that. It's silly. It also doesn't help others either. Like that's also silly. It's a very silly take. What's wrong with living in a co-op housing complex? I don't think there's anything wrong with that at all. What do you mean? I never said that there's anything wrong with living in a cooperatively owned housing complex. It seems like a great idea. Is that socialism? I should have not gotten a single family home for myself, but instead live in a cooperative housing complex. Like, this is what I don't get. Like it always goes back to like silly ass arguments, which is like, you shouldn't have gotten this house, but instead that house. That would be socialism. Socialism is when I listen to random anonymous people on the internet on like purchasing decisions that I make for myself. You know what I mean? The arguments are personal attacks upon you rather than critiques of socialism and what you believe in. They don't know what socialism is, so they just attack you. Yeah, it's like... But it's the same thing, too. It's the same as saying, like, dude, this guy preaches socialism, but he wears Supreme. I never wear Supreme. Even if I wore Supreme, like, who the fuck cares? Okay, suck my dick. Right? Like, and then they turn around and, like, just lie about it anyway. You know what I mean? Why do you get to make personal purchasing advice for the rich? I don't make personal purchasing advice for the rich, you dumb fuck. This is the problem, okay? It's about how wealth is generated. Oh, okay. Anyway, we've talked about it so many times that I can't repeat it over and over again. Like, it's literally just fundamental Marxist theory. I'm sorry, just fucking Google it at this point. Like, this is... It's so repetitive. Like, yeah, what is the socialist house price cutoff? Anyway, most of these people are going to hate me regardless of what I do. And this is just an opportunity they feel that is a good own. But if you are genuine in your interest in understanding more, or if you're genuinely, like, confused about any of this stuff, then, you know, there's plenty of fucking things that you can do. There's plenty of...
Make the rich pay shirt and then the house. Which you know, he's not the man who posted the story, but that's the thing that originally doxed him. It's just weird to say I don't care when you're the first person to post the tweet, even if it's a dunk. I mean, you got to care somewhat. He's acting like the news just landed on his desk. But because of Destiny's tweet, it picked up, and for the past, like, 3 days, 20th, 21st, 22nd, it was trending. And the fucked part, make the rich pay shirt and then...
Wait, what else did he... I want to see the whole thing. Can you watch the whole thing, or is
the rich pay shirt and then the house? Which you know...
That's right, by the way. That is what started it.
I mean, you got to care somewhat. He's acting like the news just landed on his desk. But because of Destiny's tweet, it picked up, and for the past, like, 3 days, 20th, 21st, 22nd, it was trending. And the fucked part is, in replies to Destiny's tweet, people were posting Hasan's address. And I don't want to get on Destiny's bad side because, kind of like Aiden Ross, he has an absolute menace of a viewership that will hunt me down and make me regret ever speaking his name.
He's right about that too. That's the worst part about it, is like I can't even fucking do anything about it because they'll just keep doing this. And it's not that his viewership is gigantic. They're just the most dedicated motherfuckers on the planet. This is the secret thing that streamers, like, literally all fucking know and recognize, is that, I'm sorry guys, I know some of you guys, like, probably watch him too, but his community is incredibly fucking loyal. And they operate in the exact same way that fucking old, like, 4chan circles used to operate in, like, Kiwi Farms and 4chans. They do. It's the exact same way. Maybe they don't go to the same fucking extents. Like, maybe they don't, I don't know, SWAT people or fucking DDoS people, which maybe they do. I don't know. But outside of that, like, as far as spreading misinformation purposefully about people and stretching the truth as best as you can, and literally never stopping, like doing it forever in perpetuity. And every single time you bring him up in a negative light, or every single time Destiny says something about people, that's just how it works. So many streamers don't even fucking touch that, or don't even want to talk about it, outside of, like, the orbiters that he has that are trying to suckle on the teat of his community as best as possible. I've been on both sides of this situation, obviously. Like, I've had a lot of fans that were originally his fans as well. I was loved by his community, and then I was hated by his community for a lot longer than I've been loved by his community, and they never fucking stop. And now that I even brought this up, like, it's probably going to happen again and again and again and again and again, and it sucks. And I really wish it would fucking stop. Pepe D called for a DDoS on Vosh's site. Okay, well, I don't know about the details, and I don't care. But you know, they are very, look, they're very passionate. They're very, very passionate. And I really just, I want to completely fucking never have him mention me ever again for the rest of his life, and I will never mention him ever again for the rest of my life. I would be so much happier. I wish we could do that. Like, I wish that we could actually do that. That would be so fucking sick. Seriously. And don't write anything in here. Don't say like ban him. No. Don't do that. They will use that as a you fucking shot the fucking first strike. They'll justify it. I've seen it. Like I've seen the justifications for why they act the way that they do. And they'll always be like, oh, it's because they started it first. Like they'll find a way to rationalize their ridiculous behavior every single time. So please, there's a reason why I normally choose not to fucking talk about it. And I don't want to. Like, they're just gonna, no matter what happens, like, they're gonna fucking literally be like, oh, he started it first. And then they won't go away for like months. That kind of banning movement should be done in the background on the streamer level, talking to reps, not from brigading. That'll make shit worse. No, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that either. I'm not like asking for him to be banned because I don't want, like, I don't want his community to fucking destroy my life, okay, and my family's life. They will never stop, and they never stop. And other streamers know this as well, by the way.
Which is terrifying. But because this all happened, which just sucks, regardless of if you think it is dumb that Hasan is rich, people are like sending him death threats. I don't even think he's moved into his home yet. People already found his address and are already sending him death threats. There's probably no worse Twitch streamer whose address, for their address to be leaked than Hasan, right? Is this a crazy take? I mean, do you guys remember what XQC posted like a while ago about his house? Maybe, actually, you know what? I will say women. Women and then
he's
Hasan.
Right.
But for as far as men go.
For another year, can
because
I
he's
move in with you
just
in your mega
inherently
mansion?
more divisive because he's political. He's like very political. But, you know, like Amaranth, someone tried to burn her house down.
Anyway. Some guy said being doxxed wasn't that bad, so I PM'd him his private info and he got scared. Yeah, being doxxed is fucking horrible. Don't do that to people, chatter. That's insane. Keep watching 30 more seconds.
Literally, someone tried to show up to Amaranth's house and burn her house down. Arson. This is a real thing that happened. Yeah. She gets swatted all the time, and then someone went to her house and tried to burn it the fuck down because she basically had kind of worked out the swatting thing, so they took it to the next level. You know? XQC, like, left his home because he also was getting a bunch of weird people who were trying to, like, fuck with him in real life and go to his house. You know? Like, all these things are real problems that happen to streamers, so I think it's wild that Destiny, even for a joke, would have posted that and popularized that story. And then take zero credit and say, I don't even care, dude. That's wildly shitty. But I think it's all in the name of, I don't know, rivalry, content, not...
Yeah. When the Gusano thing happened, an ex 18-month sub of you and a 60-month sub of D try to rile up Pac-Man against you by straight up lying to him. They're also petty. It's wild. Yeah, I know. I know. I know that. So let's be done with that aspect, the Destiny aspect at least. The really stupid argument is that, you know, I have a contract with Jeff Bezos, so I'm like, I don't have to have that contract. Like, it's basically just saying I don't have to work on Twitch actually bathed and red pilled. What up, blood? Like that's a really stupid argument because again, okay, then I have a contract with YouTube, which is still revolving around like still takes advantage of AWS servers. Like it's impossible to stream on the internet and reach as large of a fucking audience as I do without being on a platform that is of course going to exploit people. So yeah, on that note, it's top of the hour. A part of my fucking contract revolves around ads. And you guys already know that I run the least amount of ads out of all the top streamers that have renegotiated their contracts. YouTube doesn't use AWS, they use Google servers. Okay, well then Google. Like, it's not like Google is not exploitative. Like, you know what I mean? It's not, AWS is not the only fucking exploitative company on the planet. Do you understand? If you no longer want to see the ads, you can subscribe. You can use those exploitative Amazon Primes that you've turned into Twitch Primes. Okay? And use it here. You can fucking use an ad block or a VPN. But Twitch Prime is free. Here's the 1 minute ad break now. XQC joins the Taliban, dude. Hold on, we'll look at that in a second. CS:GO, a new op sound.
Here onto Jerry.
They double mollied, so James could beat them to this line.
Here onto Jerry.
What the fuck? The argument that as a worker you have the responsibility for your boss's exploitation of you and other workers is actually one of the stupidest takes ever concocted. Honestly, that envy video from CrunchPoint seems to be playing out in real time with this house stuff. Yeah, it's... I've said this already a million times, and I'm just going to say it one last time. But it is an incredibly petty argument that is rooted within envy, jealousy, but because that's such a base feeling and everyone knows that that's like a silly, petty thing to feel, not a good feeling to have, you have to couch it in some like intellectual, moral argument. Okay? And that's all it is. Like, oh, I'm not actually like upset. I don't even care about it actually. But it is really interesting. It is really hypocritical that he bought a fucking house. It's like, no, you're just, you know, as Chatter pointed out, you're laundering your negative feelings and hiding it in this intellectual, ideological, moralistic positioning when it's, in fact, far from that. There is no ideological counter there.
Bezos paid for my 3 months. I would like to redeem my heated gamer moment. Allah.
Congrats on the house, bro. What's up with the $900 steak, though? I did a live stream with a bunch of streamers where we went to a restaurant that was very expensive, and we had very expensive food, okay? We had Wagyu, and it was all streamed. And I paid for the entire meal, and the meal cost, I believe, what was it, like $2,000 or something? And people are using that as a counterpoint. New intro music on Destiny. Okay, I'm skipping all the Destiny stuff after this. We already did enough Destiny.
How do you not know the names of these Pokemon?
Just learned your itch.
How do you not know where the clitoris is?
It feels like you are being disingenuous since you are only revealing this to us since it was exposed. I wonder why. I was trying to hide the purchase of a house. I wonder if there could be a reason for why I would try to hide the purchase of a house. Maybe the fucking massive security breach and the actual threats to my fucking life have something to do with that. If you cannot comprehend that, I don't know what to tell you, but you can comprehend that because Coldinho, that's your 14th sock account on this fucking broadcast because all 13 of the other ones have been banned already. So it is rather weird that you have been banned so many fucking times from this channel that I recognize your goddamn name. Like, why don't you put your fucking social security information on there when you're talking shit next time? Huh? Why don't you tell me what your fucking address is?
Just moved from the US to the Turkish capital of the world, Germany. Do you have any tips on making friends with the Turks?
Cause I'm out. How do you not know the names of these Pokemon?
Champagne
How
stream
do you
when?
not know where the clitoris is?
Fucking owned. It's not even that I didn't even hide that I was looking at houses. Like the whole time while we were like, yeah, Milena, you fucking owned them. The whole time I was like, even when we were doing like house watching shit, I would literally make jokes about how I'm looking for houses too. So it's that people that are fucking criticizing me are not in this community and they didn't know. There's a reason why like my community does not feel fucking betrayed by any of this and are like frustrated. It's not because they're like fucking parasocial simps. It's because I'm as honest and as open about it as possible without like compromising my own fucking security. I literally joked about how because I was house hunting so much that when I now look at pornography, the first thing I notice is like how nice the fucking house is. Like I literally joked about that. So people that are unaware of this, just like how they're unaware of the relationship between a fucking watcher, chatter, and a subscriber and myself that are unaware that I've had like my subscription count on the top of my corner for as much transparency as possible for as long as possible, are coming in from the outside being like, wow, there's a lot of hypocrisy here. It's like, no. No. I forgot to fucking... Did I run the ad break? I did, right? At the top of the hour? I know I talked about it, but I don't know if I ran it. Or I might have, like, forgotten to run it. Hold on, let me check. Yeah, no, I ran it. We're good.
I'm a parasocial simp, but I get
I ran it.
I spotted a hostile jet.
9 months, let's go.
Alright.
Enemy jet.
Gonna do it. Gonna do it.
Oh my god. That's insane, dude.